Hello friends, today we discuss how to obtain image by lens, then magnification of lens, and at last we study about power of lens. But first of all, how to obtain image by lens? So friends, we already know about convex and concave lens, right? Okay, you already studied that if the ray emitting from an object parallel to the principal axis, then after refraction this passes through the principal focus, right? We know that if the ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the ray is passes through the principal focus. Now we already know that the lens have two principal focus, right? So here see, this is our convex lens, right? Principal axis, this point is optical center, right? We know that. Now suppose here see, there is a object, right? So if we want an image of this object, so we have to consider two or more than two rays to get an image, right? So here we considered the first ray emitting from the object parallel to the principal axis, right? So it is like this, the ray is parallel to the principal axis, like this. Okay, now we know that there are two principal focus. So here this is our principal focus f1 and this is our principal focus f2, right? Now we know that if the ray is parallel to the principal axis, then after refraction the ray is passed through the second principal focus here in convex lens, like this. So the ray is passed like this, right? So this point is our principal focus. Now it passes like this. Okay, now if I say the second ray is passes through the first principal focus, like this. Okay, passes through the first principal focus. So after refraction this ray is parallel to the principal axis, right? Like this. You already know that. Now so here these two rays meet at this point. So here we get an image of an object like this, right? Okay, we also considered our third ray like this. If I say a ray of light passing through the optical center, this point, then it emerges without any deviation, right? You already know if the ray is passing through the optical center, then there is no deviation after the refraction. So this ray is passed like this, right? Here like this. Here. So here these rays are meet at this point. So we get an image of an object. Suppose if I say our object is AB, then image is A dash B dash, right? So by this process we can get an image of an object by using convex lens. Now we know that the distance from optical center to object is known as object distance u. The distance between optical center and image is called image distance v, right? Okay. Now we discuss about concave lens. So see here, this is our concave lens, like this. Okay, this is principal axis, right? Optical center. This is first principal focus, second principal focus, right? So see here, suppose here I put an object AB like this. Now friends, we already know that if a ray of light passing through the optical center of lens, then it emerges without any deviation. So this ray is passing through the optical center, then there will be no deviation after refraction. Now if I say a ray of light is parallel to the principal focus, like this, parallel to the principal focus, like this. Okay, now this ray is passing like this. After refraction, here this is concave lens, so it is passing like this for concave, right? So it appears to diverge, we can say that. So if I take this ray like this, okay, so here we get an image of object, right? So this is our image for concave, right? So here we discuss about how to obtain an image by using convex and concave lens, right? So here we write some points to obtain an image, right? Okay, so we can write some points. Ray emitting from object parallel to the principal axis of lens after refraction passes through the second principal focus f2 for convex and appears to diverge in concave lens from first principal focus. You can see in this figure here, for convex, a ray parallel to the principal axis passing through the second focus, and for concave it will be appears to diverge from first principal focus, right? Okay, now second, a ray of light passing through the optical center of lens emerges without any deviation after refraction. We can see in this figure, right? There will be no deviation after refraction. Now our third point is, we know that if a ray of light passing through the first principal focus, then it will be parallel to the principal axis after refraction, right? So this is the point, right? Okay, now we discuss about magnification by lens. Okay, now magnification by lens. We know that the ratio of size of image obtained by lens to that of image is called magnification, right? So we can write that magnification m is equals to image height upon object height. If we assume image height h dash and object height h, then we can say that m is equals to h dash upon h, right? Because we already know that object height is denoted by h and image height is denoted by h dash, then we can say that magnification m is equals to h dash by h. Now see here, this is our convex lens, has two principal focus f1 and f2. Here this is an object AB. Now we have to obtain image of this object. Now we know that how to obtain an image. So we need two or more than two rays. So here first, a ray is parallel to the principal axis like this. We know that if the ray is parallel to the principal axis, then this ray is passing through the second principal focus like this, right? Okay. Now we already know that if a ray of light passing through the optical center, then there will be no deviation after refraction. So here we consider a second ray is like this, passing through the optical center like this. Okay, then this ray is passing without any deviation like this. Okay, so we can get image of object AB, which is A dash B dash, right? Okay, now we know that this is object, so here object height AB h, this is image height h dash, right? So we can write that here object height is equals to AB is equals to h, then image height A dash B dash is equals to h dash. Now the distance from optical center to object is known as object distance u. So here object distance PB, right? PB is equals to u. Then distance from image to the optical center, so here this is image distance, so image distance is equals to PB dash is equals to V, right? Now friends, we know about sign convention, right? What is sign convention? So the height upwards from principal axis is positive and downward negative. So here object height is positive but image height is negative, so we have to consider minus h dash. Now here we measure the distance from P, but the distance measured in the direction of incident ray is positive but opposite negative. So here we have to measure distance between P to B. So here P to B opposite to the incident ray direction, right? So U is negative, right? V positive because P to B dash direction in incident ray, so we have to take V positive, right? Okay, now we have to obtain the formula of magnification, right? So here see the figure, there are two triangles ABP, this ABP and A dash B dash P are similar triangles, right? So we can write that here right angle triangle ABP and triangle A dash B dash P are similar, right? So we can write that AB upon A dash B dash is equals to BP upon PB dash, right? So we can write that AB upon A dash B dash, AB upon A dash B dash is equals to BP or PB upon PB dash, right? Now we know the value of AB. Value of AB is H. A dash B dash minus H dash, PB minus U, and PB dash V. Now here minus cancel both sides. Now we know that magnification M is equals to H dash by H. So here H by H dash is equals to U by V. If we take inverse, then we can write H dash by H is equals to V by U, right? So we can write that. So H dash by H is equals to V by U, right? So H dash by H is magnification M, so we can get M is equals to V by U. So for lens, magnification M is equals to V by U, right? And you have to remember that magnification is negative for real image and positive for virtual, right? I repeat, magnification is negative for real image and positive for virtual image, right? So you have to remember, I repeat once again, magnification is negative for real image and positive for virtual image, right? So this is about the magnification by lens. Now friends, we discuss about power of lens, right? So power of lens. Now what is the power of lens? So we can say that power of lens is a measure of convergence and divergence. I repeat, power of lens is a measure of convergence or divergence, right? Okay, so I write that thing. So power of lens is a measure of convergence or divergence, and we know that convergence in the case of convex lens and divergence in the case of concave lens. Now we can also power of lens is defined as the tangent of angle by which it converges or diverges a beam of light falling at a unit distance from the optical center. Once again I repeat, power of lens is defined as the tangent of the angle by which converges or diverges a beam of light falling at a unit distance from the optical center. So we have to take a point of converges or diverges. So we consider this by the help of convex lens. So friends, this is our convex lens. Here this is optical center O, principal axis. Now here if we assume that a ray of light parallel to the principal axis, then after refraction it will pass through the principal focus F, right? So this is our point of convergence, right? So here we have to take a tangent. So here we assume angle theta or del. We assume angle del, right? So here there is some object. So this is also our object height, right? So we can take this is our object height H, right? here from optical center to principal focal length. Now friends, we have to take a tangent. So we can say that from the figure, tangent, so tan del is equals to opposite side upon adjacent, so opposite side h upon f, right? But we know that the angle is very less, and if the angle is very less, then we can take tan del is equals to del, right? Because we know that if the angle is small, then sin theta is equals to tan theta is equals to theta, right? Okay. And if we say that the height of object is 1 meter, so we have to take h is equals to 1. So we can say that if h is equals to 1 meter, then we can say that then we can say that tan del is equals to value of h 1 upon f, right? So tan del is equals to 1 upon f. But we know that if the angle is small, so tan del is equals to del. So for small value of del we can take tan del is equals to del. So del is equals to 1 upon f, and we know that the power of lens is defined as tangent of the angle. So this is the tangent of the angle known as power. So we can say that here P is equals to 1 upon f, and you have to remember this formula, power P is equals to 1 upon f. Also, you already know the unit of the power, right? So focal length is measured in meter, so the SI unit of power is meter inverse, or we can say diopter, right? Okay, so we can write this thing. So the SI unit of power of a lens is diopter, or we can say meter inverse. So we can write that 1 diopter is equals to 1 meter inverse, right? So we can also say that the power of lens of focal length of 1 meter is 1 diopter, right? Okay, and you have to remember this thing for competitive exam and for exams like GUJCAT, etc. Power of lens is positive for converging lens and negative for diverging lens. I repeat, power of lens is positive for converging lens and negative for diverging lens. So you have to remember these things. So you have to remember first magnification m is equals to h dash by h, then magnification of lens m is equals to v by u, then magnification is negative for real image and positive for virtual image, then power p is equals to 1 upon f, then the SI unit of power of lens is diopter or meter inverse, then power of lens is positive for converging lens and negative for diverging lens. So various question ask like if I give some value of power and you have to find out focal length, then you can use the formula P is equals to 1 by f, right? So suppose we take some example, right? Okay, suppose if a power of lens is 2.5 diopter and we have to find out the focal length, then we know the formula P is equals to 1 by f, so f is equals to 1 upon P, right? So 1 upon value of P 2.5, so f is equals to 1 upon 2.5 meter, right? Okay, or we can say 25 10 meter, right? So f is equals to 10 upon 25. Or if you have to answer it in centimeter, then we know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So we can say f is equals to 10 into 100 upon 25. So we can say f is equals to 40 centimeter, right? So these are the basic question. If you know the value of power, then you can easily find out the focal length, or if you know the value of focal length, then you can easily find out the value of power. So this is till now, right? Okay, thank you.